I want you to write your name on it legibly so we can actually read it. Yeah, take that out, write legibly so we can read your name. And then we're going to pass them all down this way to Miss Faith. She's going to hold on to those. Or she can come by and get them, whatever she would like to do. Yes, yes. This is this session here is something not necessarily new. It's just we're trying to cover a lot of cleaning type deal in this session. Instead of all that we do here will translate. You understand what that means? It'll translate other places. Meaning, if you learn to clean the commode here, the toilet, it's going to translate in there, and dining hall, and offices. So you only have to.
I'll pass them down to the end of your table. I'll come pick them up.
Yeah, I'm going to get back. Okay, thank you. Slipped in on me. Okay. All right. A few things that I forgot to tell you. We do have 2 offices. You as team members have 2 offices. You know that? We're the only ones that have 2 offices. That should blow your mind. I mean, it's like, you go through that opening right there and turn to the left, like you're going upstairs to the cabin. Guys, do not do that. That'll be the girls' cabin. It'll be there on your left. And that's got our name on it. It's team member office. It's got brooms and mops and trash bags for these cans, bleach. I don't think there's any of the wipes, but we'll make sure they're in there. Basically, everything you need is in there. The other one, if you go into the office there, where the bathrooms are underneath the chapel, you just keep going past the bathrooms, turn to your right down that hallway. It's right there on your right. It has everything as well, toilet paper, all that. I was looking, so I'll share this in a minute. But so just want to let you know that. Let's see. I don't know if I remember if I said this yesterday, but you might come up with a better way to do what we do, all the different things that we do. If you do come up with a better way than what we're doing and how we're teaching you to do it, you come to me, say, hey, I think we can do this a better way. Here's how, okay? Don't just go do it, okay? I have a certain way I want things done. It's not necessarily the best way, okay? So remember that. It's not necessarily the best way, it's just the way I want it done. And you'll find that too when you work. Your boss may want you to do something that's like, you look and say, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's like, we could be doing it this way, and it's much more efficient, but he wants you to do it that way, and that's the way you do it, right? Because you want to stay employed. That's also a character builder, okay? So, but if you find a better way, hey, we've changed things, just let me know. Just don't go and do it, okay? So, on this sheet, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to demonstrate everything, and then we're going to do the same teams we had yesterday, the 10 and 10 and 8, when we were in the dining hall. It'll be the same way. And we're going to take this sheet at the top. It's got toilet cleaning, sink cleaning, mirror cleaning. We're going to have those 3 together. So they're there. There's the mirror. Here's the sink, and here's your commode. And then we're going to do mopping and sweeping. So then we're going to mopping and sweeping together. So there's your mopping and sweeping. And then we're going to do trash removal and bathroom stocking your bathroom, and reading your material. Okay, so those are the 3 different things. So we'll start out one here, one group here, and then one group's going to do something else and read your material. And so you're going to have to bear with us because there's just 2 of us here right now, and this is something we're trying to do. And I'll give you those teams again, how we do that and everything. Okay? So that's how we're going to do things. All right? start with the turlet because that's on the first thing on the thing. I was looking at synonyms for turlet. Actually, it said as in the bathroom, that's what it said. I'm just going to read some of the ones I thought were interesting. This is probably my favorite, and this may be the one I use. Comfort station.
That's good.
That is good. John David agreed. So if I say go clean the comfort station, that'd be the toilet, that'd be the bathroom. You know, John, pot. I mean, some of these you've heard. Jake's, I've never heard Jake's, but potty, latrine. So so then the others are kind of can. Others are some of the powder room. Go clean the powder room. So, here's the way I want you to clean the commode. We have our, look here. It says Jake Nelson on it. So we call it the Jakes. This is, commodes, nothing, no water in it, okay? Here's the way I clean the commode. Here's the way I do it. You got your bleach spray, okay? And that should be, in there, in the office bathroom, and down here, underneath these things, should have your spray. What I do is I spray it. That's not the spray. Let's get to this spray. Oh, there we go. I spray it down really good. Open this up. Spray that down. Spray that down. Spray it down in there. But you got water in there. Okay. That's how I do it. Now, if you don't want your hands smelling like this, just wear gloves. Okay. And we got gloves. They're mainly in the kitchen, but we can get them in the bathrooms, okay? So I spray it down, then I take my wipes, okay? Now, I don't know how Mr. Chris used to clean them. He had y'all clean them, but this is the way I do it. And I take these, spread them out like this, and kind of fold them over, however I want to do it, like that. And then I get down here. Oh, let's take Jake off. Oh, you got your little handle here, so you make sure you clean your little handle, okay? And we'll get back here real good. Here, going here, going here. You can sing if you'd like. Makes things go better. Get them right down in here. Okay, go around the top. Oh, we're gonna go right in here, just inside. Okay, go right inside. Can everybody see? Right inside there. Not down in the bowl, because there'll be water. Then you're gonna come along the bottom side. Now here's something about guys. They sprinkle when they tinkle. So if you'll see, this one right here has all kind of gunk, and this was up in the shop. So that urine, a lot of times gets right down here. It gets caked in here. So you want to make sure you look in there. It won't look like that, hopefully. If it looks like that, somebody missed the commode. Okay, they missed it bad. Okay, and you want to wipe that down. Okay. So that's your, throw that away. And then in the bathrooms in there, bathrooms in the dining hall, and the bathrooms in there, you have these paper towels that are in those dispensers. And we're going to show you how to replace those. Okay, we'll do that probably next session. Just take you off some towels here, and then you're going to wipe off that excess. Okay, now, what you're going to find when you wipe off real good, you may wipe off, it's like, oh, there's some hair. You want to make sure you get that hair off, okay? Whether it's in here, whether it's in here, whether it's under here, whether it's down in here. What you want to do is, you want to make this look as good as you can, and you say to yourself, self, I would sit on that. Now, I've sat on some commodes that I didn't really want to sit on. You know what I mean? Going to the gas station, that kind of thing. Let's just leave it at that. So, we got that clean, but you can do it before you wipe it down the last time, okay? Or you can do it at the very end. You take your little brush. And it's already got the bleach spray in there, and then you're going to clean that. You're going to rub it good, okay? Do that, stick it back in there. If you do that before you wipe it down, because if you do it after, you're probably going to have some water spots. You gotta go back, get those water spots off, and then you're gonna flush it. Okay? Now, that's pretty simple. And then you're gonna look, you're gonna look and say, I don't see any hairs, I don't see anything I missed. I'm gonna shut the lid, and I would feel comfortable sitting on that. Okay? That's how I do it. All that stuff should be there. If you can't find it, it'll be in our office, and that's how I want it done. Okay? Now, let's go to, they're gonna have your sink right beside, especially over there. So let's go. You're gonna have your sink. And I do similar things. Sink. I spray it down. Same type process. And same type process on the sink is maybe not as much of this, but put it on there. I'm gonna wipe it down. Now I'm going to. This one's dirty. It's gonna be the cleanest sink and toilet on the property when we get done. But you gotta go behind it. You've gotta go right across here. And you gotta wipe this thing down. Wipe your little thingy down. Your little, wipe that down. Now what I do is, I don't wipe my bowl, I just turn the water on, and I kind of do it with my hand. You can do it with the wipe if you want to clean out the bowl and everything. Turn the water off, and then same thing. You're gonna take your towels here. You're gonna make sure you get all that excess liquid off. Okay. Here. This is the things touch the most, of course, and that's basically how you do it. Okay. Now, you got the soap there. Something to look at. You got soap. This one's full, or almost full, so it's good. But if that soap's down here, look, it's not hard. You just take the thing off, take this off, just pour some in there. That's all you gotta do. So, and this is also in there in our closet. I think there's some in that one, and I know there's some in that one. So you got something to look for as well. Okay? Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see. Let's put Jake right there. All right, what's that? Mop. What's mop? These, it's a mop bucket. Times that you're going to be mopping probably the most during the day. I mean, during the week is going to be, some of you will mop after supper in the dining hall. Other than that, we will not mop until we mop for the chapel. Possibly Thursday night, if it's real dirty. We could be mopping downstairs, could be mopping if there's spots in the chapel. But mainly Friday after everybody's gone, be 3 people up there mopping. And pretty much, if it's a busy week, we pretty much could be mopping in here in the gym. Okay? There's 4 of these, and they're hanging out by the pool. If you go through that door that goes outside, they're hanging by the pool. So you don't get used a lot because your counselors usually do the mopping in the bathrooms. And they have those other Wonder Mops. You've seen those in the cabinets. So, but with the mop, we're using basically water, Pine Sol. It comes in different. This one's not pine. It doesn't say. What does it say? Pine Sol. Anyway, that's what's in there. So the Pine Sol. Put a little Pine Sol water and to get to mop. Go put your mop in. Make sure you get it all good wet. And this is especially true now when you're in the chapel, because we don't want any standing water on the floor. So, but you want to do it anywhere. Put your mop head down in there, squeeze it as hard as you can. You can see it squeeze, water squeezing out. You're not done. Go pull it up, turn it. Stick it back, do it again, okay? So you especially do that up in the chapel, okay? So we just don't need a lot of water on that mop and that. 2 ways to mop, basically, unless somebody has come up another way. You can go side to side, okay? And you always want to be behind your mopping, behind where you're mopping. You don't want to be on this side. If you're mopping, you got a wall here, you're mopping this way. You want to mop, you're mopping like you're mopping your way out the door, okay? Side to side. Make sure you're covering your spots. You're watching it side to side. The other way, and probably the way, if there's a lot of dirt, especially ground-in dirt on the floor, which is often happens in the dining hall, then you're going to go this way, okay? As we say, mopping and sweeping are what? Yes, contact sports. Because you got to contact the floor vigorously. So we can do this. So if you got stains on the floor, this is the best way to do it. Because you're going to bear down on it and get those stains off. If you're in the dining hall and you're over by the machine, you can actually mop underneath. So this is the best way, obviously, to do it. Matter of fact, in the dining hall, I don't even mop this way. I'll mop this way in the chapel. And if you're out here, either way is fine. I mean, this is just not that. There's going to be stains on this floor, especially from the parties. And you'll see those. That's part of paying attention to detail. And sometimes we may just come in here and spot mop to hit those spots. Those are the two ways. You know, here. And when you look like you're, it's like, that's not covering real good. That means you don't got a lot of liquid left on your mop. You've mopped to certain space, and there's not a right way on that. You stick it back in there again, put it back in there, and go again. Okay, so that's the two ways we want to mop. We have these everywhere. There's one in our office underneath the chapel. There's one behind the dining hall. There's one there. I think that's all we have. Okay? All right. I think the next thing is sweeping. Sweeping is also a contact sport, and maybe more so. One thing I didn't have, I meant to find it. Everything's wet outside. I wanted to bring some dirt in for y'all to actually sweep dirt. But here's some, like somebody didn't get all their snack here. So sweeping is not this. We're gonna just let it go. Just gonna let it go behind. We're just gonna kind of. No, it's not like that. This is. We're gonna put her back into it. We're going to gather all that stuff that. Okay, look. I've already got pile of dirt. Now, if you're up against the wall, when you're going to dig it out of the wall, you get it. This is something that will happen in the chapel when we're sweeping. Then you're going to get, look at that. Look at all that dirt I got. And then you take your dustpan and you put your dustpan here, you sweep it, and what do? You move your dustpan because you left some. Sweep it, move it, sweep it, till you get all of it up. Okay? I didn't get all of it. I know, left a little bit. And then in the trash can. Okay? Especially dining hall, under tables. I'll say this, I don't know if Faith said it. You did a table cleanup, right?
Yes, sir.
There's two ways to sweep in the dining hall, roughly. You can start on the walls and sweep to the middle, and then pick everything up, kind of sweep up the middle. Or what I do, start at the very back, and there I am. I'm against the wall, digging down the wall, digging down the corner, and then I'm sweeping from side to side. Like I said, I do it sometimes by myself, so I'm going all the way across, and I'm sweeping under the tables, and I'm sweeping everything to the front. Okay? Not just to the middle.
That's the way I told them. I didn't tell them.
Yeah, either way you want to do it, it doesn't matter. Because you're going to have, usually you're going to have two of you, sometimes three of you sweeping. So if you're, one's on one side of the tables, and they're sweeping it to the front, they're sweeping it to the front, that works. And then you get to the front. Make sure when you get to the front, you go up under the cabinets there. That's sweeping. Now another way of sweeping we're going to do, and this will do, we do this twice, three times. we're gonna add this year. We're gonna, this is a dust broom, and I probably need to change that. We got some more. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're gonna dust this. We're gonna sweep this with this. Okay. So you just kind of start one side, and you go down. You go down, and you get down to the end. You're gonna come around, kind of overlap where you just came from. This one's not. Yeah, if you notice that metal part's hitting the ground, it's not always, that's not good. But anyway, you're gonna do that, go down, back and forth. If you want to go about halfway, and when you get about halfway to the court, do this, and leave that, and then start where you finished, and do that, and do that. And then we do this in the chapel, okay? So in the chapel, before we do this, we go around with those other brooms, and we sweep everything out. We'll be up there today, but we'll sweep everything out into the big area, and we come by and pick up the dust and dirt with these, or the one that's in there, and then we mop. So this is, we used to take those brooms, you probably seen them, well, you've been in the office, there's the big wide brooms that you really have to get your back into. Just be grateful you don't have to do that. You used to have to do that like 3 times a week when this was concrete, because you never could keep it dusted. It was just awful. Okay? All right. Everybody see that? We'll do it next. Next thing is trash removal. Trash removal. Now we have basically 2 trash bags. Got these big ones. These are the ones we use, and they're everywhere. Okay, these are big ones. We use these in the dining hall usually. And little trick to these. Got a trash can, doesn't have any. Oh, it's got a little bit in it. If you get your fingers wet, a little wet, they'll separate better. I don't know why wet, but okay. Now here's a little trick here. Keep the air out of the bag. When you do it like this, take it, squeeze it all the way down. Okay, it goes in good. All right, comes around here and here. Look, this is something you have to work at. It's not always that easy. You'll take it, roll it up, get as much of it as you can. Put your finger, little finger. Put your finger in there, hold your finger around it, bring it around. That makes it tight on the bag. That way, if they throw trash in it, it won't go down in there. But that's going to take some practice. We get to do that today. We get to practice, okay? Simple trash removal is you'll just twist it like this, push it down. 1, 2, and bring it out. Just be mindful when you bring it out, if you're somewhere inside here, that it doesn't leak. So a lot of times in here, you're going to have bottles, drinks. If it's full and you see all that bottles of drinks, you probably need, there's going to be one in that corner, there's usually one right there, there's usually one here and one there. Probably the best thing is take the whole can, take it right outside. That way, if it's leaking, you don't get leaking all over the floor, and then you have to mop that up or whatever. Now, in the office, there's trash cans in the office, so you got these kitchen bags. I think in the dining hall, we have one by the auto machine, and these are the ones that are in the bathrooms here. So it's the same process. You'll take it and open it up, and then squeeze the air out of it, and it goes over the trash can. Okay. You throw all the trash. And we're gonna go over this. We'll go over this afternoon. When you do outside trash, when you do trash in the office, when you do trash in here, you can throw all of it over the back of a box truck. Just be thankful. You don't have to carry it to the dump. You don't have to carry the dumpster anymore. You used to have to carry the dumpster. The dumpster is way up there. And it's hot. And another thing, stock in the bathroom. Okay, you're in here, and you're in here. After lunch. After lunch is gym duty. So you come in here, you go in the bathroom, we're gonna make sure every stall, and there's 6 stalls in our comfort stations. 6 stalls. And we're gonna make sure there's 2 rolls of toilet paper per stall. Okay? And over there, you're gonna make sure there's a roll of toilet paper on the roll, and then one on the back of the commode. Same thing in the dining hall. Okay? Nope, take it back. Scratch that. Dining hall, there's that little thing that holds toilet paper. I think it'll hold 3 or 4. Okay, just want to make sure that's good and full. And then you have your dispensers. We'll show you your dispensers when we do our session, because I think we can get everybody that can look at it. I don't have time today. There's a little key that opens up the dispenser. We have those tiles and how to put them in the thingy. And then, of course, if you're in there and your trash needs to be empty, typically there'll be a cabin cleanup in the morning. So there shouldn't be a lot of trash in those trash cans when you go in there. Okay, it's mainly toilet paper or the paper towels in the machines out. Other thing that we do. I don't know how diligent we were doing it last year, but. Sometimes you have a sewer smell that comes up in the floor of those bathrooms, and there's usually some kind of water jug container or something underneath the sink. Pour water in and pour it down that drain, and what it does, it just helps that smell, and if it gets backed up, it helps it flush out. So that's something we can also do every time we're in there. So go over that. We're trying to figure out how we're going to clean. Since the snack shack and the gift shop's over here now, and it's not over there, because typically your day, if you're on grounds, typically your day would be, you come in the dining hall, you help set up, that's all you do, you help set up the meal. As soon as the meal's over, and some, they eat fast, and they go do their chore. So they don't have to be, that's fine. But if you're on grounds that day, so first thing after breakfast, you're going over to the offices and you're cleaning those 2 bathrooms, you're sweeping the hall. Sometimes we sweep the offices, kind of look in the offices, see if the trash is full. That's the smaller bags. And that's it. You used to have to do the snack shack, but it's not over there, or the gift shop. So we're going to figure out when to do this, and probably this is going to be after lunch. Because after lunch is when we come into the gym, do all the stuff in the gym, do these 4 cans, or check them. I mean, if they're not full, if you come in here and this thing is half full, that one's half full, that one's half full, combine those together. Okay? But probably going to do it then. So we'll have to figure out how we get you in there so you can sweep in there, and if there's any trash need to be empty.
I do have 1 big can and 1 little can in there.
Okay. And probably during that time, since you'll be in here every day anyway. Okay? But this is after lunch. So you're coming in here, you're doing your stocking, you're doing your Tuesday, Thursday, you're doing your sweeping, probably going to clean in there. And then the other thing you do after lunch is you get all the trash cans outside. And if I remember correctly, there's 5. You're going to have one in the craft room, okay? A lot of times Miss Dawn will put it out where you don't have to actually go in there and get it. There's one there. There's one on the front porch here. There's one going into the office. There's one on the front porch of the chapel. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one at this gazebo, 5. There's one at the back gazebo, 6. And there's one out 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. That's outside tracks. That also has to be done every day. Now, there again, if it's not full, leave it. It's not full, and you're going to find that because it's just not going to be. But you bring that trash, put it in my truck. That's what happens after lunch. Okay. And then after supper, you're as I said, you're in there in the dining hall. Okay, if you're on the ground, you're going to clean that bathroom, and you're going to sweep that hall. You're going to sweep this porch here. You're gonna sweep the back porch, which is small. Sweep this side porch over here. Now, think about this. If you're on grounds for supper, the first thing you'll be able to do is sweep the porches. You won't be able to clean the bathrooms. You can't clean the bathroom until all the campers are out. Okay, so you just have to, if you sweep the porches and they're still in the dining hall, you just have to wait, okay, for supper. And then we'll go over this again, but then after chapel is sweeping the chapel. We'll go over that this afternoon when we're up there. And then lowering the flag. Okay, that's your grounds. That's the things. And so here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Where's my? You got Barry with us here? We got a lot of people, and I'm gonna do the best we can to watch you.
Mama
okay?
said she can help.
Okay, great. So I got toilets and sinks and mirrors. Okay, so that's this area here, and I have. Let's do team 1 and 2. Okay, so y'all start there. So you'll work your way down. Work your way to the next one, and the trash is right here. So
Show them the mirror.
I'm not gonna move the trash. Thank you. Yeah, let me have the mirror. Mirror, easy. Mirror, Mr. Jeff bought for us. 2 things on the mirror. 2 things on the mirror. This one is not real dirty. Look, it's like they're not going to be this big. Actually, it's going to be wide. And well, you don't have to do those in there. It's usually the one in the office is the small ones. The one in the big one is the dining hall. Okay, but you get that on there, and look, 2 things you're looking for when you're cleaning this mirror. First of all, you're looking to get it clean. So if you see where like somebody brushed their teeth and they spit on it, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got to get that off. So I'm working on getting that off. And then the second thing is, after I get that off, it's like, I got to get my streaks off. Okay, I got to get all my liquid. You got to get all your liquid dried up, because that'll get your streaks off. I think I'm doing a decent job. Yeah. So, you can look and see if there's streaks. So, your dirt, streaks. Okay? Throw something. So, Windex is there, or glass cleaner, whatever. So, we'll do commode, sinks, mirrors, yes. And then sweep mop. And then sweep mop will be team 3, Adeline, Ruddick, Gabby, and Hunter. Team 3 and those 4. Y'all gonna do mopping, sweeping. And then team 5, Abigail and Sydney. Y'all gonna work on your trash. We'll do that, trash bags, wrapping them around, putting them in, all that. And bathroom stocking. Bathroom stocking. Let's do this. Let's do bathroom stocking where you verbally tell us what am I going in there to stock? What am I doing? Okay. Gym, bathrooms, office bathrooms, and the dining hall bathroom. And then that last group, the other thing, after the trash removal and the bathroom stock, then you're going to read your material. Okay, and this is the material you're going to read. Let's start with where it says, I think it should say gym grounds. Ground back breakfast. Okay? You're going to read that. Let's read that until you get to chapel ground. Because we're going to talk about chapel in this time. It should be gym. It should be, so if you want to take a minute, those of you on that last one, and do that first, read first, and then we'll come up and we'll do the trash and the toilet, the bathroom. Let me get the trash cans over here. This side. Okay? Does that make sense? about however many minutes we got. I don't even know. Which one, it doesn't matter which one
It
you're
does
on.
not matter to me.